Alright, we're in our 48th session of this game. Love it. Okay, I'm going to start by making a note.
Welcome back.
Alright, we're going to get started here in just a second. Hate to say it, but I've got more rule changes. Okay, you all stepped through the stars delay, you felt the energies, and you emerged somewhere else. And you were headed to Corsica, and we're gonna get into a little bit of what you truly would know about it. First of all, you're on the material plane. However, you are far out in the cosmos from Galarian. It is a highly magical planet, and hard science holds no authority there. It has two suns, and both of them are black as pitch. If it wasn't for the yellow light a pale yellow light that outlines each moon, it would be invisible in the sky. And somehow, they provide a little bit of light and heat to the planet's surface. You can stare directly at the suns with no damage to your eyes, but you do risk headaches, nausea, and bad dreams, or even worse, the attention of Hastur. And let's see.
So you're saying we shouldn't hold staring contests with the suns?
Yeah, I wouldn't. And being, Hastur's home, the actual planet, there were 3 major cities. One was let me find names here real quick. A living alien. Yeah, I'll get you the names here in just a minute. But basically, one of them was Hastur's home, and the other 2 were well-renowned cities. One of them was a very artistic place, very creative, full of artisans and such. But they had a cultural and moral decline into decadence, which was part of their downfall. Um, Sorry, guys, I didn't have much time to prep as I wanted
No
for tonight.
problem.
But as a result, where you're at, depending where you're at on Corsica, one of three traits come into place. You have decadence, disorder, or nihilism. And depending on which class you're in, you have a note that just appeared. If you're in an area of like decadence, creatures will take a -4 penalty on saves against spells and the effects of charms that do not rely on fear or aggression. For example, calm emotions, envious urge, narcissism, unadulterated loathing. Yeah, I can't forget unadulterated lust. Yeah, if you're unconscious, your unconscious creatures are more difficult to wake up. The DC to hear a sound if you're sleeping is increased to 20. And a full round action is required when a character attempts to wake a sleeping creature. If you've been asleep, like 8 hours, you wake up as normal. Saving throws to exist. Effects and addition of drugs and alcohol increase. I don't think that'll play too much. In areas of disorder, -4 penalty on saving throws to resist confusion and potentially harmful effects with the emotion descriptor that rely on aggression but not fear. Antipathy, eye bite, foster hatred, terrible remorse, vengeful outrage, etc. Creatures that are confused, add 10 to their rolls to determine their behavior at the start of the turn. Characters with the rage ability, the DC, you got to roll a DC to get out of rage. And if you fail, that rage continues either until you succeed or you run out of rage.
Wow, okay.
Nihilism, -4 penalty against all saving throws and fear and illusion effects. Any effect that provides a morale bonus will do so at a -2 penalty. Creatures immune to mind-altering effects are not affected. DC to stabilize dying creature has been increased to 15. And
wait, I thought 15 was the default. It increased to 20. Oh, okay. So if your Constitution save is 15 instead of 10, and the heal check is 20. Okay.
Yeah, your Constitution DC went to 15. Your heal check goes to 20, and you still receive, at least 1 hit point when you become stable.
Great.
So if I give Heroism, which gives a +2 attack, a saving throw, skill checks, that literally does nothing.
Correct.
Is there a way to tell when you're in an area that is affected by this aspect?
That's why I'm sharing these rules with you, and yes, I will let you know what kind of area you're in prior. so you know what penalties will apply and what doesn't work.
Okay.
Too much fun. Okay, yeah, you all step through the star's delay and get wrapped up in its energy, and it transports you. And, you know, as you step out, I'm going to go with the Stargate analogy for the star's delay, and as you're entering the exit point, it really, you see as you're approaching the city, it appears like the entire city was miniaturized and compressed. They're shrunken buildings and shaped from all angles and pocketed with incomprehensible windows forming a canyon of towers. You see.
Look, Winter, you're not going to impress us with this after the city that the polyps made. That was already these weird towers and incomprehensible shit, okay?
And as you step out into, out of the light, it doesn't really look like you have moved.
Ow.
Yeah, it looks eerily similar to the access point where you entered. And the dark stone structures are pressing. Everything is kind of compressed, and it seems almost as if the city was shrunken and pressed together to form claustrophobic streets among the buildings, and the ground is rough but scoured flat. The high walls of the artificial canyon hold on. The ground is rough but scoured flat, and there's a cold, dry wind. And I have a map for you. Click starts back in player. Okay. And I got a gigantic map coming at you.
Refilling my water.
Steph, I know I just finished Carrying Crown, and we were at 18 months, so yeah, we should be right at.
Seems like December was when we started, wasn't it? Honestly, I don't know anymore. It's been a long time, but
Wait, are we really coming up on 2 years with this?
My first notes, which are from within the first few sessions at least, were from January 7th, 2017.
Okay, so then we'd only be coming up on 1 year.
No. 2 years this January.
19 months.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
19 months, and none of us has tracked Balkoff down in a minivan and ran him over.
Which, speaking of, I would not running over Balkoth, but
I was like, wow.
yeah, guys. Hey, I'll meet you where Dallas, and we'll find him here in a few weeks.
I'm gonna live in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
So come find me. I only run over if you dress with bras and run around half naked in Saudi Arabia. They like that there.
Bet they do.
But I would like to be able to finish this sometime around the 1st of December. And taking out Thanksgiving, that gives us roughly about 6 games to do it. And
All right.
yeah, judging, it's another one of go here, do that, go here, do that. And then after after the first of the year, we'll actually start Curse of the Crimson Throne, which is a whole lot more terrestrial. And let's see, you got the map, and yeah, Ruck joined us. Put the tokens on the right map.
I'm running with it.
There was time for someone to have healed me, I assume.
No. We don't have any time to heal you.
Alright, I guess I'm 22 HP from going down.
Good.
Hey, what?
And
Let me show off my new healing rapier on you. Hold still.
Okay.
okay, pull up my story entry, and we can truly get started for good.
I mean, it's still the same day as Damon Door, right?
Yeah, we didn't really sleep, right? We just kind of walked around town and bought some stuff left.
Well, truly, you could, since you went back to town, I'm figuring, Ruck would be healed by now, with the duration of the spell to open the delay, you've got plenty of time, but you can take a, long rest if you'd like.
Okay. And if you don't have to answer this one to me if you don't want to. On an in-character level, we didn't really spend many resources on Zame and Door, and if it winds up that the day winds up mattering, right, I'd rather not lose that day. On the flip side, if this is another speed of plot thing where taking an extra day to fully rest up doesn't matter worth a damn in the time scheme, then sure, we can do it.
I'm just going to go ahead and give you a overnight rest. Does that work?
Works for me.
Well,
Maybe I get my spell slots back, you know?
And Enzo, you forgot one major part to your character.
What did I forget?
Hit points.
Oh, I knew I forgot something. I had toned it out because I was messing with Khan.
you just have so many hit points it's not trackable here.
Yeah, that's infinite sign? Okay.
And Kakalath stayed behind to, retrieve her body and deal with that crap. And so
Wow.
she is no longer with you.
Just when the going gets tough.
Yeah, tough get going, that's what they say. Which means leave.
So, you're exiting into this highly compressed version of Nezervan that you just left. And, the star delay is still active, and let's make a perception check.
Oh, I got that.
Okay, you see up in the sky
Bird?
are two flying polyps that have been attracted to the energy from the star delay, and
Ooh.
yeah, they see a nice little lunch step out.
Roll initiative? Or are they just here to hang out?
No, you're pretty sure that they're coming at you, so let's roll for initiative.
Oh, can you remind me how big of a blast radius are we aware their wind has? It's a 30-foot radius?
The one that sucks you in? Or
No, the one that they use is like a ranged attack.
Really, it just says its mastery over air and wind. Allow it to surround itself with blasts of precisely aimed gusts.
So the wind blast thing.
I'm sorry?
The wind blast thing.
Oh. Sorry, I hadn't scrolled down enough. It's got a range of 120 feet, 30-foot blast radius.
Alright, do we have enough time upon them appearing for us to scatter a little bit, or is it like we come through and they're that close and they're attacking ASAP?
You know what? I would give you a round to scatter.
Oh, I'll take a round to scatter.
So if you all would just like to move your movement.
Can you lock the tokens?
Yep, sure can.
So incoming, scatter.
As it runs over there. Oh, 5 more. There you go.
Okay.
Handle animal is charisma?
That makes sense. And Rock, you see these two flying polyps coming down at you. And just quickly reshare the image there. say?
Nice and cute.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
We can't forget what they look like.
They look so friendly.
Alright, so, I have no idea what the rules for this would be, so I'll just ask. What would happen if I tried teleporting up and attacking them? Would I be able to get out full attack? Would I be able to get out one attack? How many attacks?
You're just gonna fall?
I teleport back afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably not gonna work.
You should teleport onto their back, then ride them down to the ground while attacking them. That'd be awesome.
If he can teleport, attack, and then teleport again, he could. I feel like in theory he could like teleport above one of them, get a single attack off just by falling on it, and then teleport back to the ground.
You fall at 500 feet per round. So every second you'd fall about 80 feet.
Yeah,
And there's definitely penalty, and there's definitely penalties associated with not being on stable ground.
Light for now.
Just do Link's down air in Super Smash Brothers. Just point your sword down and fall.
There you go. That's the secret.
Yeah, so, but this is for if you actually are levitating and not falling, like not an uncontrolled fall, just like, you know, trying to gain levitating. So even if you're levitating and have that as a base, you still suffer like an extra penalty per attack. While falling, I would assume that'd be far worse because you can't. You know, you're actively falling, not just getting disoriented.
I have a stupid question that no matter what the answer, I probably wouldn't want to actually try. But if he teleported above them with me, could I just like drop on them as one of them as a bull rush?
Sadly, he can't bring you along, but I can.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, this is the actual dimensional door. It's not one step.
That's right. Good one.
I mean, this is just a theory craft question anyway. It's not something I was actually considering doing.
Yeah, it would take a few rolls like a reflex to latch on. And honestly, probably do a touch attack to see if you hit.
I mean, I was just thinking for dropping me, just like a gravity powered bull rush. Here, catch my hammer.
Rock, it really, at most, I'd give you one attack if you teleport up and back.
I already said I was delaying.
Yeah, we were getting into it, the other thing.
Oh, it's still, he hasn't moved on from his turn, so.
You do have to end your turn, Marsh. Thank you. These guys don't look fun.
Enzo, would you like to describe yourself?
Yes. Enzo looks like, I just have the pitch right too. That's why while I talk. Is it? Yes. So, Enzo looks like this. And definitely don't look at my character sheet. Yeah, he look a human male. Give him like a height. Let's say he's tall. He's like 6'3". Wearing a nice-ish robe. He's got a doesn't seem that old. Seems to have a lot of weird nonsense around for all of his. He keeps all of his his spell focus and all of his little things you need to cast spells with kind of just on his belt, and then kind of a pouch that's overflowing on his side.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, great. There we go. Premier take care of that. But yes, is oh, I don't like it at all. I do like how you turned one of them too. Oh, fuck it. Let's give this a go. We might as well just kind of open up with strongest things I got here. Let's try Finger of Death. Fort save. What? Can I not open with that? Is there a reason why?
That has a range of 60 feet for you right now.
There you go. That's why. So issue. So I don't do that. Does this have a bigger set? Oh, here we go. I have one. I have Disintegrate. Much farther range. I Disintegrate him instead. So I'll just roll everything.
It's subjective.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sweet, I can fly.
Great. Oh, they six. So. I forget, doesn't it? On a successful fortitude save, it takes that much.
Did it make its fortitude save?
It says success.
That's
Yeah,
no. That's your caster level check to get past its spell resistance.
I hit it. Oh yeah. So did it succeed its fortitude save? I guess I can't tell.
Yeah, it did succeed at the fortitude save.
Okay.
Okay.
And just to make sure we're on the same page, because we're figuring out that's different than the 7 plus 19, right? It's a separate save that only you can see. That's different than the 26 and 17.
Yeah, because there's a caster level check to overcome their spell resist, which I succeeded.
And there's this touch attack, and then
Which
there's
I
a
succeeded
separate
on.
fortitude save.
Yes.
Okay, he hit on the touch attack. There was a fortitude save after the caster level check that he did succeed.
Okay.
Okay. That's what we were asking. Does this do a type of damage? It just does damage. Okay. Great. So he takes this. And I'm done. Well, then I back up, actually. And then I'm done.
It's awful puny for a spell called Disintegrate.
Well, he succeeded!
And I'll be jumping in whenever, too.
I mean, now would be the time to jump in, then. I just ended my turn.
Okay, so I'm going to... I'm still waiting for these guys to come down, so I'm going to cast... Oh, probably should have cast this on everybody before we scattered, but I'll put... Actually, no, I'm going to cast Fly.
It's probably a good idea.
And I'd like to jump back in here.
Before the polyps go.
Yeah.
And then I will fly. Now, Fly works on this plane, right? Does Fly work?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I'm just going to fly straight up, like 30 feet. Get airborne.
Alright. I am going to these guys native to this plane?
Native to this terrain.
Terrain. Well, we're on a planet, so.
I'm not sure what you're saying. That's a serious question.
Yes, terrain.
Shit.
I mean, he's going to ask us about every single creature he finds. You got to figure out what.
I mean, are they from? That's a good question. Let's see. This is probably their home, right? Because they're.
Well, no, not really, but they've been there long enough that, yeah. So, I would give you the terrain on that one.
Are these intelligent creatures? Are they like kind of like?
Oh yes, they
Okay.
built cities. But they're probably smarter than everyone. I suspect they're smarter than everyone except the alchemist.
Hurtful.
Okay, I sadly cannot swift action to bane them, so I'm just going to dimensional door up there and full attack. I have 30 feet fly speed, so I can stay flying up there. That's 10 feet over, 80 feet up, or 70 feet up, so that's 80 feet total.
Hang on a second.
Yay!
Where did your fly speed come from?
Astral Terrain Mastery.
Okay, that says that. Okay, but your fly speed increases, but where does this fly speed come from? Well, that's what we're talking about.
So you're saying that you just don't get a... Oh, so, okay, sure. I read it as you get a fly speed, but maybe
Normally, it would say if you don't have a fly speed, you gain one, or it specifically say though you say you gain a fly speed. I'm not sure. I think what the point is that if you're on a plane where you're flying anyway, basically because you're not in contact with the ground, then you're faster. I'm not even sure what the subjective gravity means is, because clearly there's something besides no gravity and subjective gravity. Because otherwise they wouldn't have to specify this. Is there an absolute gravity?
Yes, like Earth.
Well,
even that's subjective to Earth.
Well, with the astral plane, you're actually on the material plane.
Well, you can will yourself to fly there, correct? I'm guessing that's what it means. Can I will myself to fly here on this current new planet?
So here's what it is. So gravity is you just float around. Objective is solid object, which is the material plane. So if we're on the material plane, there's still going to be objective gravity.
Or
we're on a material plane. We're just on a different planet.
No.
You'd have to be on a different plane entirely. So subjective is if you're on a different one, and then each person can choose where gravity pulls you on a subjective plane. So you're on a different plane, you can literally choose which way gravity pulls you down, apparently, which is kind of weird.
Or up.
Well, up is defined by how you choose gravity to affect you, apparently, on a subjective plane.
So it's always down, is what you're saying.
Gravity always pulls you down. You just get to choose which way is down on a subjective gravity plane.
Can I choose it to not pull me anywhere?
I don't know. No, it says that the strength of gravity is the same, but each individual chooses. So I assume you have to choose a path.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way I'd read it.
So this is not a subjective plane, or...
Correct. So you would be on the ground.
Kind of jumps to try to fly.
But yeah, so normally if you're on a subjective plane, you would pretty much gain a fly speed.
You sort of...
By gravity.
I'm not even sure, like, if you're on a no gravity plane, it says you just float around, right? So if you don't have a fly speed and you're on a no gravity plane, you're just stuck there. You don't get, unless it's if the plane says upon entering the plane everyone gains a fly speed, then yes, you would be 30 feet faster than everyone else. But I think you have to have a fly speed for your fly speed to increase.
That's worth some more research.
This shit is weird.
So, what would you like to do instead?
Keep waiting then, I guess. Till they come down and I'll kill it.
Okay, and Rita tried, or Enzo tried to disintegrate the poor creature.
How fast is this thing?
At 30 feet on the ground, 60 feet in the air.
Okay, goddamn.
And just gonna take a look at Enzo. And why not? We're gonna start out with the that would definitely put.
Oh, great. Ah, wind blast, here we come.
Yeah, I can even get Poppy.
So, it's not that I'm trying to kill the party, but I think their wind blast is a radius, not a cone. It was like a fireball earlier, at least, unless you did
yeah,
it wrong there.
Wrong pointer.
Can they... What type of vision do they have? They like true sight guys, or they got tremor sense? It's normalized? I assume this is all known at this point.
Yeah, the dark vision.
Okay. Shit. Well, I messed up.
What did you do again?
I could have made myself invisible.
What did you do? Just the disintegrate?
I shot a disintegrate at him.
Uh-huh.
I completely forgot about the whole thing where they can shoot air from their mouth.
Not that I'm trying to give Wormsmeat any ideas, but unless we can fly and chase them down, their optimal route would be just to stay 100 feet up and blast us with the wind thing until we're all dead.
Luckily, we do have the ability to fly, so...
Absolutely. So, let's, Poppy, Rock, and Enzo, let's make reflex saving throws, please.
And that's with a +4. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
A 1.
This is gonna really hurt.
Yeah, just so you know, it was a 26 for half damage.
Which we could all easily make.
Apparently not.
I just had to roll a 10.
Yeah,
That was
we all
all I needed.
There's a lot of little shadows.
Yes, each one of you take 49 points of damage.
What type of damage is it? Force?
Bludgeoning.
Oh, okay.
That's not lethal though because it's wind, right?
Get off the...
Good try. And make a note. That's what. It's 31D4. Okay, and
I think I know where this is going.
number 11, I can fly 60.
I was really hoping he'd go for me. Now I gotta fucking move. Now I gotta fucking move to get to them. My
Life is rough.
my freaking 20-foot move speed. Good grief.
And thanks for that idea, Balkoth.
That's fine. Well, luckily stuff is safe from us. He's 30 feet up, but...
yes, Steph would be. And... so
Sadly, you can't put evasion into an effect in this version. I'm not sure why. Can't, but...
Okay.
Yeah, I know it sucks.
So if I have to make a reflex save, though, I just have to remember that I have evasion on.
Yeah, do you have improved evasion or do you have evasion?
I have my upgrade. One of my upgrades was I purchased a ring of evasion.
Ah, okay. So yes, only on the. So it's on successful saves you take no damage. Is that how it works?
Whenever I make a reflex save to determine whether to take half damage, a successful save results in no damage.
Yeah. That's why improved evasion is so good. Because even if you fail, it's half damage.
And I don't think there's any way to set that as an effect.
Right. Okay. No problem.
And Enzo and Poppy, let's make reflex saves again.
Come on, there we go. Because I think that would have maybe downed me.
Very good. Both of you take half damage this time.
Still gonna hurt like a bitch.
It's not too bad. That would be... it's only 22 points of damage at half.
I wish he flew a little bit lower so he could eat himself with the other one. It's fine.
And I want to apply the damage to Poppy.
I'm gonna jump back in after this one makes its move then, since it's not coming to the ground.
And let's see. Number 6.
Yeah, if I had known you were gonna fly, I would have knocked him out of the air.
Okay, he took 21. Okay, Poppy, you want to throw that shield at him?
I don't think any of them are in range.
Also, I wanted to jump back again.
Is 11 still 100 feet in the air?
Stop.
Yeah,
And 6 is still 70 feet in the air?
that is correct.
If you want to hold your turn, I can something.
Sure.
Which I should have done in the first place.
I will hold my turn, sure.
Ruck should be at like 18 or something, correct?
Well, he's gonna be at 16
Yeah.
now, I guess.
Multiple times before his turn to go.
Yes, that's why I pointed this out.
What are we doing?
We're waiting for Rook to go.
Did this just cycle back to me?
No, it just has
No, I think
moved.
Yeah, my turn was partial flexibility and Bane, number 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
I think Enzo and Rampage just got skipped. And
No,
both Flying Pollock.
I went back up when I changed Ruck's initiative order for some reason. Eric, you're up.
Okay. And people are not looking the best right now. I don't really have anything good for healing in combat right here. And the magic missile wands I have are not going to pierce their spell resistance.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah.
Not with that attitude, I see. I'm also not able to get to you to put invisibility. Like, the only person I could put invisibility on would be Ruck. So I'm gonna check the rule on something. This is why I hate fight.
Poppy, are you considered medium or
I'm small.
small? Okay.
I suddenly feel like I'm gonna regret not taking.
Is he going to like blow away or something? But does the fact that he's wearing heavy armor make a difference? Like, he's heavier or she's heavier than probably many medium creatures with full plate armor on. Like, the full plate like doubles her weight probably.
No, I was just asking.
You're just asking. Of course, you're just asking.
I should have taken ground grabber or something. God damn it.
Okay, this really isn't very good, but I don't think I can do much that's better right now, so I'm just going to have to go for it. So I'm going to move to there. And I am going to target Poppy and Enzo, and you are going to both be hasted. And I am going to target everyone, and you're going to get Bard Song. So before you deal damage, do these things have resistance to Sonic? Remind me. One to mute.
I was halfway through the list. Just as a recap, DR10, magic and slashing. They are immune to acid, cold, and sonic. Spell resistance. They are weakness. They're vulnerable to electricity. And their damage type is magic.
Okay, assuming you manage to survive to the next turn, Enzo, I can give you some hit points, but it'd only be like... What's your con modifier?
6 or 3, sorry.
You'd only gain 18 hit points from my buff the next round, which isn't going to like suddenly heal you or anything. So I inspired courage and I moved and I hasted. That's all I can really do. Yeah. Okay.
It's fine. I have a plan.
I'm assuming it's starting with I cast fly on Poppy.
If I had remembered to, what level is that spell? 3?
3.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll just drop a spell here.
So are you doing anything else, Eric?
No, I moved, I cast haste, I started in my Bard Song, that's all I can do.
You gotta advance the tracker, damn it.
I did, it's on Enzo.
Yeah.
I just did it.
Oh, well, it looked like it was on Enzo earlier.
I'm sure.
Huh. Oh, it's your stupid modifier thing. Like the blue boxes are on Enzo because I had like Henzo selected rather than my.
Gotcha.
Okay, you gotta look.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the thing is above me, and it really wants me good. So, I'm gonna make sure how this is exact. When it says visibility functions are as greater in visibility, does that mean that it still takes a whatever to cast it?
Clarify.
I have a supernatural ability that turns me invisible for a number of rounds per day equal to my sorcerer level. It says it functions. This ability functions as greater invisibility. Does that mean that it's a standard action to cast it, or is it just I just do it?
It's a standard action.
Okay.
Unless it says otherwise, it's a standard action.
Okay. Even being supernatural doesn't change that.
Supernatural actions are a standard action to activate in like every case that I know of, unless it specifically says otherwise.
Okay. Well, I can go invisible, I can give Poppy flight, or I can knock one down, possibly. And I really want to knock one down. I think it'd be better overall. So I'm gonna go up actually. I'm gonna risk knocking one down. He moves 10 feet up, gets kind of trying to spread out a little bit more, and casts hold monster, which should paralyze it. Alright, that's really useful. Correct. Just double. Yes. Yep. And I can reroll my cash level check, so don't worry about that.
You did read the thing that Eric just put in the chat window, right?
Yeah, that's why he's not going invisible.
That's why I'm not doing it. Okay, I beat it then. Great. Did I see it on the? Did he succeed or fail?
Yeah, he failed his will save.
Okay, well he drops like a ton of bricks. Paralyzed. Do I have a? Yeah, it didn't even come with a paralyzed effect. Really? I'll throw it on him. if I remember which one of your different colored buttons are it. Oh, I think you were. All right, no, there it is.
Does he actually fall and hit the ground and take falling damage?
Yes, he'll fall 100 feet. He can no longer fly. There you go, paralyzed. Oh, I paralyzed myself.
Nice.
I got this. Hold on. There we go. And let me actually. But anyways, that's my turn. So, does he fall in my turn because I paralyzed him?
I have a potentially awkward question here.
But don't tell me he's not going to fall.
What's your question?
So,
no way.
it says a winged creature flying in the air at the time that it becomes paralyzed cannot flap its wings and fall. Does this thing need to take an action to keep itself flying? Like, if you have the fly spell on you and you get paralyzed, do you actually fall?
This is why I asked if he read the thing that you just posted before this one, because these things look like flight would be a supernatural ability. Which the thing you post
That was not where.
pasted in says that supernatural abilities can't be disrupted.
That's not how flight works, though. Flight is just a thing they have.
Okay.
Well, either way, he's not going to be bothering us for a bit, I guess.
I mean, here's the thing. As far as I can tell, and I've been trying to find the answer to them, unless it's using wings, like if you fail a flight, if you have wings and you fail a flight check by 5 or more, you plummet to the ground. If you have wings and you fail by 4 or less, I'm not even sure what happens. And if you aren't using wings at all, is there any penalty for failing a check? Like if you're hovering using the fly spell, what happens if you fail the check, and when do you make the check?
Here's the answer. Found it.
Hoping to help. Answer yes or no.
Any creature that loses all actions.
And what's the source on that?
Pathfinder Core Rulebook FAQ.
It fails automatically even with perfect light. Yep, there you go. Perfect.
So he is on the ground, correct?
Yeah. How many? That's 100 feet. Was it? Should I roll? Should I roll the damage?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and roll the damage.
That's 8d6.
What type of damage is? Well, it wouldn't be yeah. So his DR would protect him from the falling damage, wouldn't it?
It's bludgeoning, right? Falling is bludgeoning. So if he has bludgeoning,
It's like slashing and magic.
yeah. So he would take the first 10 off this. Yes.
Yeah.
Did not roll great. Okay, so he takes 20 damage. I'm fine with that.
23, sir.
Well, he's on the ground. That's all that matters. That's what I want. And paralyzed, which I think I put the effect on twice, but I can't see it. So he does get a save. So he can beat my save. He can get out.
And he failed the first save, so he is indeed paralyzed. Okay. And Steph.
Apparently I just paralyzed Polyp, so yay for me. Can you double move when flying?
Yeah.
You definitely can. I'm gonna grab my laundry. I'll be right back. If I need to roll a reflex save, just roll it for me.
Will do.
So I'm going to move to there, and then I'm going to change my height to go up to 70 feet. So that's 30. What's the hypotenuse of 30 and 40?
Were you already 30 feet up?
I was 30 feet up, so I went over 30 feet, and then I went up 40 feet. So a straight line, that's
yeah, it's 50.
50 feet.
You have 60 feet of fly speed, so
60 feet of fly speed. So I can throw one bomb, right?
Yep.
Still says I'm 71 feet away from him. I don't think it's taking into account the height.
Oh, is the extension literally trying to track differences in height too?
That I do not know.
I think so. I mean, I should only be 15 feet away from him.
Yeah, you're 15 feet.
So it doesn't think Rampage is up correctly, basically.
So I hit him with a bomb. I don't remember. Are these things immune to acid?
Yes. Acid, cold, and sonic.
Hey, hold on just a sec here.
What elements do you have available?
Well, I just use a standard bomb instead of acid, since he's immune to acid. I also have a force bomb.
No, fire sounds good.
Okay. And Steph is not a threat. Volkoth or Rock is not a threat.
Steph isn't a threat. Steph just attacked him.
Hey, he said Steph's not a threat. What's the problem?
Well, yeah, not for casting defensively. And
well, good job, Poppy. Way to ruin it for me.
Pulling a belt off.
Okay, I need a 10-foot circle. And I'll get rid of that. 30 foot. And Steph, from your vantage point, you can tell that he is starting to cast a spell.
Can I do anything about it?
With a 37, what do I think it is?
You think that it is a whirlwind spell.
Isn't that 10 feet across?
It's a cyclone, 10 foot wide at the base, 30 foot wide at the top.
So that's 20 feet across right now. Technically what you have there is more like 25 feet across.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. Glad you got that. That looks more... That'd be 5 feet on each side of the dot, so that would be 10, yeah. And he is...
Normally this stuff happens on a corner of a square, just as an FYI. That's the standard. So it would be 10 feet wide. Would be 4 squares, basically. That's what I would expect at the base.
Okay, this spell creates this powerful cyclone of raging wind that moves through the air and along the ground and over water. And casting it would be a standard action. So it would appear on the ground. And with that stuff, he is going to fly upwards. That one's paralyzed. And I get to make a fortitude save on that, right?
Are you back, Enzo? So it is going to be a will save, I believe. Yes.
What was it he cast?
Hold person, a hold monster.
Hold monster, and
It's probably going to have a DC of something like
31.
Wait, 31? How the fuck is it DC 31? 10 base plus 5 from the spell level. What's his intelligence or charisma modifier?
The entry's reading class DC plus 8, and yeah, charisma's plus 8.
Okay, so 10 base plus 5 from the spell plus 8 from his charisma. That's DC 23. Where's the other 8 coming from?
What are his feats?
Even spell focus and greater spell focus only put it at 25. Spell perfection would put it at 27. We're still missing 4 here.
We've got spell focus, greater spell focus.
What's up?
Talking about your DC.
How do you have a DC 31 level 5 spell?
Well, he succeeded. Oh, because I'm Kasune. With favored. Plus 8.
Okay, that works for me.
Isn't it plus 1/4? So at a month, that would be
3 plus being Kasune's plus 1. Plus
they
2.
get an inherent plus 1?
They get an inherent plus 1 just in case they don't play a sorcerer. Yes.
Okay.
I just did the math to double check, but that is how it works.
Okay, so he succeeded on his will save and is no longer paralyzed. And that would give him...
and you have spell perfection as well, it sounds like?
For that spell? No, I do. It's,
It's what?
hold on, I'm already doing the math. That's fine. I mean, he's gonna save against me anyways.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll just do the math real quick while he's doing his turn.
Okay, and, you know, I'm going to be fair since he did fall from 100 feet and land paralyzed. It's pretty obvious that he would be prone. So, with that being said, you see these 4 tentacles come at you, Enzo.
How is he attacking?
No longer.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, his turn. So to get out of the thing is a full round action to save again.
Ah, got it. Okay, Ruck, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna replace this Bane effect so I don't get the extra damage.
Why wouldn't you get the extra damage?
I did it on pull-up 6.
It's Bane literally for the individual target, not for creatures of that type.
I'm pretty sure it's the Inquisitor Bane.
I thought Inquisitor Bane still is for all creatures of that type.
Oh, you're at 1 creature type. Okay, that's better. Cool, I still get it.
Ah! The other 2 is from fucking being a Fey Sorcerer. God, I knew it was somewhere.
Alright.
Alright, well, thank you, Val. I'm gonna Dimension Door full attack.
I'll take down the other one after this, hopefully. Hopefully. Vulnerable electricity.
Hey man, you killed my polyp.
That's what he gets for flying around and not coming down to have fun.
Yeah, pretty much.
I baned him.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna fucking sit this one out.
Well,
Now, Poppy, you do have a cyclone, you know, right in front of you.
Like, can I run into it and get launched into the air to attack this thing?
the thing's only 30 feet high, so and the thing's 100 feet up, so it probably won't help much.
You're more than welcome to try.
I believe I can fly. No, if it's not going to get me high enough, then it's probably not worth it. Wait, so if I like, obviously if I run into the cyclone, I'm taking fall damage. I'm probably going to take some sort of damage no matter what the fuck happens. But if I run into it, is it going to launch me past the 30 feet any distance, or is it only going to lift me 30 feet in the air and then throw me in a random direction?
I think technically, if it's a default whirlwind, it doesn't even throw you. You're just caught in it and stuck in it.
Technically, I wasn't going to answer that.
Wow, look at this. Yeah, this is the type of person you're playing with. Look at Wintermute trying to kill you.
I mean, there are some schools of thought that say that that is the DM's job.
No. They're all wrong.
He would survive the encounter.
Well, I know I would survive. The question, the issue's not if I could survive. I was just
No,
the idea.
it's not going to fling you 70 feet up.
I was hoping it would at least get me high enough to throw my shield at it, but fine, I'm gonna go fucking sit in the corner. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move over there just in case it does something other than fucking air blast us all to death.
Poppy, I'd also like to mention that I specifically gave you haste, so that if you got the fly spell cast on you, you could charge it and attack even 100 feet up.
Well, did someone cast fly on me?
Nope!
Well then!
I went for the more beneficial. I thought more people could get on it if it's on the ground.
Yeah, well, you forgot we have one dude that just Dimension Dervishes the shit out of everything with 100 different weapons. So I'm just gonna sit here. Maybe someone will cast fly on me so I can charge it, but
Actually, I think you're too far from me now.
Uh,
So it has no spells on it. Displacement does nothing against the wind blast. Mirror image does nothing against the wind blast. Seeing as the sorcerer seems to be kind of key here, I am going to move over to, say, there. I'm going to cast Shadow Bard. And with Shadow Bard, I am going to inspire greatness. Technically, that would affect Rock, but I think you're going to be leaving the 30-foot radius, so I don't think that's really going to help much. So, biggest thing right now is you gain 2 bonus hit dice of D10s, which would be 6 hit points each, plus your con modifier, so that's 9, so you would gain 18 hit points and 1 fortitude save, Enzo.
So, how much?
I'll add it on in a second here.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'll be right back.
And you said you had 3 con modifier, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we both get 18 temporary hit points. So I moved, I gave both of us 18 temporary hit points. I am still maintaining my Bard Song, that's all I can do.
Okay. Oh, it's on his great secret character week. Okay. Well, I know what I'm gonna do.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I think he downed some character that we can't see on the record. Which assuming is Eidolon. Okay. Wait. Oh yeah. Well within my range. Let's try this again. Let's try to knock this baby out of the air. I reroll my check. Does 26 beat it? Didn't give me. I did the wrong spell. Same cash flow check, anyways. I guess I should ask the question if it saved or
Yes,
not.
26 succeeds.
Okay. Did it fail or did it succeed on the hold monster there? Winner.
Oh, so you literally only got that spell reroll thing this level.
Yes. It's very cool. Fucking.
You know, the fact that it literally tells you whether it succeeds or fails means that the whole...
Yes, I know, but I rolled a 1 both times.
I know. It's just funny because the ability literally says that, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, you know your save, and you know, I mean, I think it's a little bit different than AC because it's a little bit easier to educatedly guess SR than it is to guess AC, because AC is pretty wild.
The main penalty, right, is that let's say you rolled a 5 and you weren't sure if a 25 did it, and you decided to re-roll, right, and then you got a 22 instead, right, and the 25 would have succeeded. Then you fail because you re-rolled. That's basically the penalty. But
yeah, I know. When are you there?
Yes, I sure am.
Did he succeed or fail?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, he failed his save.
Okay. We'll paralyze him. And he falls 100 feet again, I guess.
Yep.
Which is 21. Poppy, could you move 5 feet up and ready in action to attack him as soon as he landed? Or was that all your movement?
That was.
If he moves, he can't ready in action and 5-foot step.
Oh, can you not?
Yeah.
No. Okay,
You can ready in action, but you can't 5-foot step as part of it if you move.
got it.
But this way you can full attack, so it's all good.
It makes sense.
Alright, Steph.
Okay, so by my calculation, is he still at 100 feet?
No.
Where is he now?
He is
The
on the ground.
crowd.
Damn it. I was busy calculating how far away he was for purposes of bombs.
Well, now you just drop him on top of him.
Well, so, okay, so I can take a 5-foot step there, and then, yeah, he's 70 feet below me. Do I have to do the range increment thing, or can I just drop him? That's 4 range increments away.
If it was me, I would say you could just drop it, but it's up to winner here.
I mean, you are still trying. You're not
Yeah.
dropping it straight down. You are having to target. On the flip side, he is paralyzed, so he loses like a bunch of AC. So unless you roll a 1, I'm pretty sure you're going to hit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just go ahead. All right. Cool. Okay. So,
Bomber Alchemist. And a slightly different sun.
I mean, if you were hovering 1,000 feet up,
You have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I think you could literally only miss him on a 1. Oh. Great.
you got the 1. It's that damn. You know, technically speaking, wouldn't he be like throwing through part of the whirlwind?
The whirlwind's over there, isn't it?
It's 30 feet across. It's the top. So that whirlwind is technically up to there at its peak.
Yeah, but isn't it only 30 feet? Oh, well, I guess if he's dropping.
If he's dropping it all the way down, yeah.
What does the whirlwind do to projectiles?
Flings him in a random direction.
For this instance, I'll just allow it.
I was going to say, we're going to go off on another 1-hour tangent trying to figure out where the bombs fly. Okay, so that's, I get 3 attacks. I did not do that. So yeah, 3 attacks. So 3 bombs, 2 hit, 1 lands on Poppy. So hold on here.
Yeah. Wait, if you miss, you still do splash damage, right? Isn't that how it works?
Oh, I accidentally clicked the acid. Just ignore the acid part. They're both fire damage. Now I have to figure out where the errant bomb went.
That's 39.
So it went to there.
And it missed Poppy, damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, take all the fun out of the game. Okay, decisions.
He is paralyzed, remember.
Yeah, but paralyzation does not affect mental abilities, correct?
Correct.
Doesn't he get a saving throw to become unparalyzed?
Yeah, but it's a full round action, and that's what I'm debating on, and you know what?
You know, something I don't think we've been applying is the 20% mischance. Doesn't it have a 20% mischance?
Yeah, too late for that, though. Yeah, it spent its round and failing its will save, so it is still paralyzed. The whirlwind.
And the polyp has a 20% mischance since when?
We all have a 20% mischance against it.
Yeah, since when?
Is
that-
And
Was that just a thing that it has?
Yeah, it does. It has a. It probably
Yeah,
has a
it's
very
got-
annoyingly long character sheet.
yeah, no kidding. And okay, the whirlwind. Let's roll it. D8. And the whirlwind moves south.
Bye.
Bye, have a great time.
Okay. Rock.
I'll drop below Poppy.
Okay, I'm technically in range for this thing still, right? Or should I take a 5-foot step?
You don't have a 10-foot reach, so you'd need to 5-foot step up.
Luckily, you don't have to worry about it going in.
And, technically speaking,
Oh, here we go.
you can coup de grace.
Oh shit! You know what? Actually, I thought about that for the first one that was paralyzed, and I just completely forgot. So thank you for reminding me. So what I just straight up just do crit damage. I don't have to roll. I forget how that works.
It's been a while since we've used that.
You use a full round action. So you have to be adjacent. You automatically hit and score a critical hit. So you automatically crit it. So you can hold down shift and hit it. And it provokes from everyone around you, which is nobody. And the DC is going to be like over 100 on the fortitude save. So unless it rolls a natural 20, it instantly dies. Okay, it has to make a DC 82 fortitude save to avoid instantly dying.
DC 82. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it at plus 82 technically?
What is that?
Like, it's the regular DC plus 82 or just the 82?
No, because it avoided 10 of it. So it's 82 is 10 plus 72.
Okay. Yeah, it is dead.
Yay! I got to do something this fight.
You're welcome.
Okay, and both let's see.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset that I built a character that was basically designed to stand in front of my team and tank shit, and that most of what we're fighting is like either ranged or everyone just runs or past me anyway.
Doesn't help that one of the people like teleports up past you into the middle of them.
Yeah, but he can teleport back though when he's done. So
Right.
Okay, and let's see. You still have the whirlwind for 2 more rounds.
I got the whirlwind.
Yeah. And let's see.
Can I take a free action to shout something when to mute?
Actually, you don't have to worry about the whirlwind because it was headed out.
Yeah, he better runs away.
Can I still use a free action to shout something?
Yeah, you sure can.
Gather around me.
I want to fight the whirlwind.
And does it need to be a free action? Aren't we like done with combat now?
Well, not if you want healing during my Shadow Bard.
Okay.
So, Wintermute, here's the question for you. When do we count as in combat or out of combat? What determines whether you get full HP?
I would imagine it would be any visible enemies actively threatening us.
Truly, yeah, I'd have to go with that. I can keep you in healing. I mean, I can keep you in combat right now. If you want to just go ahead and make your rolls and...
I mean, that's what I'm asking. What qualifies as out of combat? Because obviously, all else equal, I prefer out of combat, but I don't know exactly the criteria you're using to distinguish in versus out of combat. If it's just all no immediate enemies, and we immediately can start healing at full, great. If there's some other condition you have in mind.
No, you're able... technically, you are out of combat. There's no immediate threat to you.
Okay.
You're not in pursuit of anyone, so...
This will technically take up to 13 rounds. I mean, only you know this. Do you want to play it round by round, or can we just assume, like, 13 rounds pass?
We'll assume 13 rounds pass.
Okay. So, my Shadow Bard starts playing a soothing tune, and you all feel much better, and 9 rounds later, everyone is healed to full.
That's so kind of you. Thank you.
I enjoy not dying.
No kidding. Alright, gentlemen, this is really a good stopping point for tonight, because quite honestly, I can't take any more.
Alright.
Works for me. Next Saturday I will not be able to play, so good luck. I will be at Jimmy Buffett in Las Vegas.
Nice.
Did you say Buffett in Vegas?
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett and Huey Lewis in the news.
You bastard, you're gonna need to roll up a new character.
What?
Yeah,
You a Buffett fan?
We're all gonna murder your character while you're away.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll finally roll up something useful. Yeah, no, Jimmy Buffett. My wife doesn't like a lot of concerts, but she likes Jimmy.
I mean, I assume I have not seen him in concert, but I assume he's probably pretty good in concert.